Okay, hold on. I feel like before we dive into what my game 82 is, I think I need to define a couple of different things before we jump into it. BGG rating. For those of you who aren't aware, there is a website called BoardGameGeek.com. I'm going to put their scaling system up here. It's between 1 and 10. And in my videos, I'm going to say my own BGG rating, and I'm only going to be referring to this scale here. For my rating system, I do 6 different categories, which are all weighted at a different amount due to what I feel is more important to me. Now, those are as such, the most important one to me is the experience of the game, which I'm weighing in at a 35%. Next is going to be the involvement at 20%. Next will be the mechanics of the game at 20%. Then we're going to look at the game length, which is only 10%. The game weight, also 10%. And when we talk about weight, that's not the physical weight of the game. It's more like the complexity of the game. And lastly is the aesthetics of the game at 5%. Now, I hope that helps kind of understand where my system comes from. Within each one of those categories, I will give it a score out of 5, and then that's where my overall score will come from. Now, talking about game groups, I like to categorize them into 4 groups. We have your non-gamers, your light gamers, your just gamers, and your heavy gamers, right? Now, with that, I'm sure that you've already formed a definition of what those might be in your mind. But for the sake of this channel going forward, let me just define those real quick and what I tend to mean when I talk about them. With your non-gamers, these are those individuals that probably have never played board games in the past, or their minimal experiences with board games were not that great. And so it's not something that they seek out and want to do. Now, with your light gamers, these individuals maybe play every once in a while. They like to play games within like 5 to 30, 40 minutes, potentially. Anything over that is hard for them to want to commit to. Now, your gamers, which I feel like are a large percentage of what the hobby is made of. These are those people who enjoy playing those lighter games, but they like playing any games really to at least experience them. They'll even dive into some of those heavier games, maybe once or twice, and they're excited to just try new things. Then you have your heavy gamers, which are those ones who really only want to stay within those heavier games that are just so crunchy, take a lot of time. If you make a single mistake on one of your turns, you're just going to be feeling it for the rest of the game, those type of games. And so with that said, come with me as we look at game 82.